reporter accused of terrorizing employees of the Citizenship by Investment Program confronts her accuser. Also coming up on the broadcast, this individual has a problem with NewsSpin and the fact that from time to time we may not be able to take your calls and read your WhatsApp messages. And a well-known former international cricketer focuses on a health problem that is taking its toll on many of our men in St. Lucia and the rest of the world. Welcome to another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. During the course of our program, I'll be taking your calls at 452-2979. That's 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. Unfortunately, Kimani is not with us today. She should be back tomorrow. She's somewhere taking care of some personal business. So imagine you are accused of doing something. You know, one time a particular journalist was accused of being or described as a media terrorist, and now another reporter this time is accused of terrorizing employees of the Citizenship by Investment unit. And that is a hell of an accusation to make. And this was made yesterday on the Situation Room that's hosted on Power 97.9 FM. The reporter in question was not identified. And of course, that label was attached to that reporter, or the accusation was made against that reporter by the minister who is responsible for the CIP program, Dr. Ernest Hilaire. So the reporter is brave enough to confront the minister. Now, although the minister did not identify him or her by name, I found it strange that they mustered the courage to confront the minister moments after he concluded his program here on Power 97.9 FM. So we have a report that is being filed, or was just filed last evening on the DBS News World by the accused in question, taking on the accuser.
On Friday, 26 July 2024, news circulated that another high-profile resignation had taken place at the Citizenship by Investment Unit, the CIU, resigned. The reported resignation comes months after the chairman of the board, the minister, in addressing the question on Power 97's Situation Room on Monday, July 29, failed to give a direct response. However, speaking to the reported resignation of the corporate secretary, had this to say.
A local reporter in St. Lucia who is calling members of staff of the unit, threatening them. They're threatening people if you don't resign, that they will expose you, they will do this, terrorizing people.
Dr. Hilaire was making reference to this reporter. Following his appearance on the show, I posed a few questions to the Deputy Prime Minister. Dr. Hilaire, may I have a word?
You want to have a word with me?
Yes, please.
You'll be calling CIP, threatening people, asking people to resign?
No, Minister, you should not say that.
I shouldn't say that?
No, because there's no truth to that.
Sorry, you didn't call CIP?
Minister, you should not say that I called and threatened anyone, because there is no truth to that, and you know that. You know that.
No, I don't know. I'm asking you. So you.
I had a conversation with the company secretary.
Did Martinez give you the questions to ask?
No, Minister. No one gives me questions to ask anyone, and you should know that.
Well, I was surprised, and I must say.
You should know how I operate, Minister. Yeah. I'm an above-board individual, just like you.
Yeah.
Above board.
Okay.
I will never, ever call and threaten anyone. It's not in my nature, and you should know that as well.
Yeah, well, but those who do it, tell them to stop it, if you can.
Well, if I know who they are, and if you point me in the direction, I will most certainly do that for you.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you about the corporate secretary. Is there any truth that she has resigned, Minister?
Well, when I last spoke to her, she's still corporate secretary, and as far as I know, she will continue to be corporate secretary. Where did this come from? Can you tell me?
Well, like you, I saw the article. Just like you, I saw the article.
yeah.
But I want to ask, and because I called the corporate secretary to ask her whether there was any truth to the statement that very soon in the amendment to the RICO suit that there will be some 200 documents that will be coming before the court, and those documents will have some evidence that there was underpricing. What I asked the corporate secretary
How would you,
was
I've never heard that. Where do you get that from?
sources, Minister.
Your
All
sources,
journalists and
yeah.
politicians have sources.
Yes. No, well, I never heard that one.
And so I was asking her whether those documents would have come through her desk. That was my question to the corporate secretary. And so I'm going to ask you, is there any veracity at all
I have no
to
idea.
that statement?
I think your sources probably can best answer that question. I have no idea about it.
How do you feel about Martinez's intent to name you as a defendant in the RICO case?
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. The last government seized my vehicle, charged me. They wrote to the authorities overseas, asking them to investigate me. They asked for them to get access to all my Gmail, all my emails so they could read it. I have been a source and I've been a target of the last government in the opposition now. They've made me a major target. It's no secret that the leader of opposition is in love with me. Every single day, United Workers Party attack me on Facebook, and every single day I wake up with a bright smile on my face, say my prayers, and set out and work as hard as I can.
While the minister is focused on his deliverables, the nation awaits responses to critical questions, including the number of allocated files to Caribbean Galaxy on its real estate project. The minister insists that government cannot give details of commercial agreements. The minister did, however, promise an interview to this reporter in the soonest possible time to discuss the issues surrounding the CIP. For the DBS News World, Lisa Joseph reporting.
And this report was filed last evening during the DBS News World and aired and filed by Lisa Joseph, reporter there. Did Martinez give you the question to ask? That's very insulting. That's very patronizing as well. I mean, the fact that when the government has its pre-cabinet press briefings, you have some people there, most of the reporters there, do not ask any incisive questions, any penetrating questions. It does not mean that we do not have reporters in St. Lucia on their own accord who can ask questions of those who are in authority that are of interest to the wider St. Lucian public. We cannot ask questions that are tough because that's what we have to do as reporters, as journalists. But to say to a reporter whether she got questions from another individual, clearly, I believe that that is patronizing as well. And the acting prime minister he just wants to use a ploy to get away from the real issues pertaining to his ministry and to the CIP unit. You ask questions of him, and he says things like, it's no secret that the leader of the opposition is in love with me, meaning him. I don't know that the leader of the opposition is in love with you. And that's not my business. And how would you know that the leader of the opposition is in love with you? That makes absolutely no sense when you're talking about something as important as issues pertaining to the citizenship by investment program. And the minister makes reference to the last government seized his vehicle. I mean, this matter has been the subject of litigation, appeared before the courts, not satisfactorily resolved, but it has been ventilated. I really cannot understand what is happening there, but I'm sure that in time to come, we'll get a grip of the situation. We will understand that this is a government that has probably lost its way. And why I'm saying that? Because it's too much about personalities. It is too much about dissenting voices. The focus is too much on the opposition. And I remember very early on in the life of this administration saying to the government, although I'm not any kind of consultant at all, that you need to focus on those things that are of importance, those things that are likely to impact the people of this country, as opposed to it appears that you're being vengeful. You're only focusing on Alan Shastney and focusing on the opposition, which consists of only 2 elected MPs. You have 13 on the side of the government, and you have another 2 people pretending to be independent parliamentarians, and yet still you are focusing on the opposition, and in particular, the leader of the opposition, Mr. Alan Shastney. Despite all this, I think people need to be mindful that there are very important things that we need to focus on, not primarily to focus on the players surrounding those issues, on the subject areas themselves and the fact that they have serious implications. And governments tend to be very, very defensive when they are taking the electorate for granted. And if you listen to the acting prime minister and investment minister, that is the impression that you're getting. That as much as most people are party to that exchange between the two, it's as if the people of this country do not matter, and the people will not give consideration to the fact that the acting prime minister did not deal directly with the questions that were posed to him. Up to now, the government cannot confirm whether the chairman of the CIP unit or the board has resigned. The acting prime minister was really evasive as to whether the corporate secretary of the board has resigned. You can just clear the issue. Matter pertaining to the number of files given to Galaxy Caribbean cannot be addressed. Why do we have those people in authority if they do not see the necessity to address the issues of importance to the people of the country? Those questions are being posed there by Lisa yesterday. It's not for her own good. She does not want the information to pigeonhole the information somewhere, to store it somewhere. She wants the information to share to the wider St. Lucian public and maybe the world, because those are the questions that many St. Lucians want answered. And all you can simply do is to answer the question, instead of coming across as an individual who just want to parry off that question and to move on to some other issue because you believe what is relevant to your audience, the St. Lucian public, it is what is affecting you as an individual. I'm sure in the days and weeks ahead, we'll have more to focus on with regard to the Citizenship by Investment program. But in case you missed it, again, a report by DBS's Lisa Joseph, a famous exchange with the investment minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire.
On Friday, 26 July 2024, news circulated that another high-profile resignation had taken place at the Citizenship by Investment Unit, the CIU. The company or corporate secretary is said to have resigned. The reported resignation comes months after the chairman of the board, Lon Theophilus, is said to have also resigned. This is yet to be confirmed even by the Minister for Investment, Dr. Ernest Hilaire. The minister, in addressing the question on Power 97's Situation Room on Monday, July 29, failed to give a direct response. However, speaking to the reported resignation of the corporate secretary, had this to say.
A local reporter in St. Lucia who is calling members of staff of the unit, threatening them. They're threatening people if you don't resign, that they will expose you, they will do this, terrorizing people.
Dr. Hilaire was making reference to this reporter. Following his appearance on the show, I posed a few questions to the Deputy Prime Minister. Dr. Hilaire, may I have a word?
Want to have a word with me?
Yes, please.
You'll be calling CIP, threatening people, asking people to resign?
No, Minister, you should not say that.
I shouldn't say that?
No, because there's no truth to that.
Sorry, you didn't call CIP?
Minister, you should not say that I called and threatened anyone because there is no truth to that, and you know that. You know that.
No, I don't know. I'm asking you. So you.
I had a conversation with the company secretary.
Did Martinez give you the questions to ask?
No, Minister. No one gives me questions to ask anyone, and you should know that.
Well, I was surprised, and I must say.
You should know how I operate, Minister. I'm an above-board individual, just like you.
Yeah.
Above board.
Okay.
I will never, ever call and threaten anyone. It's not in my nature, and you should know that as well.
Well, those who do it, tell them to stop it, if you can.
Well, if I know who they are and if you point me in the direction, I will most certainly do that for you.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you about the corporate secretary. Is there any truth that she has resigned, Minister?
Well, when I last spoke to her, she's still corporate secretary, and as far as I know, she will continue to be corporate secretary. Where did this come from? Can you tell me?
Well, like you, I saw the article. Just like you, I saw the article.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, and because I called the corporate secretary to ask her whether there was any truth to the statement that very soon in the amendment to the RICO suit that there will be some 200 documents that will be coming before the court, and those documents will have some evidence that there was underpricing. What I asked the corporate secretary
how would you,
was
I've never heard that. Where did you get that from?
Sources, Minister.
Your
All
sources,
journalists and politicians have sources.
Yes. No, well, I never heard that one.
And so I was asking her whether those documents would have come through her desk. That was my question to the corporate secretary. And so I'm going to ask you, is there any veracity at all
I have no
to
idea.
that statement?
I think your sources probably can best answer that question. I have no idea about it.
How do you feel about Martinez's intent to name you as a defendant in the RICO case?
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. The last government seized my vehicle, charged me. They wrote to the authorities overseas asking them to investigate me. They asked for them to get access to all my Gmail, all my emails so they could read it. I have been a source and I've been a target of the last government in the opposition now. They've made me a major target. It's no secret that the leader of opposition is in love with me. Every single day, United Workers Party attack me on Facebook, and every single day I wake up with a bright smile on my face, say my prayers, and set out and work as hard as I can.
While the minister is focused on his deliverables, the nation awaits responses to critical questions, including the number of allocated files to Caribbean Galaxy on its real estate project. The minister insists that government cannot give details of commercial agreements. The minister did, however, promise an interview to this reporter in the soonest possible time to discuss the issues surrounding the CIP. For the DBS News World, Lisa Joseph reporting.
Thank you very much, Lisa, for that report once again, which was filed yesterday and aired on the DBS News World last evening. We open the line to take your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And talking about our passports. Caribbean passports improve rankings on the list of world's most powerful passports, and that is according to the latest 2024 Henley Passport Index. St. Lucia ranks globally at 30, moving up from 32 with visa-free access to 148 destinations. And the number one passport in the Caribbean is that of Barbados. All right, so we take your calls right now. There's one individual, he had on his famous or infamous program a complaint that he called yesterday, and he also WhatsApped me a message. And I was afraid to either take his call or read the WhatsApp message. Countryman, that is an error on my part. I don't normally apologize to people, but I'm just saying my apologies to you, sir. I honestly did not realize that you were the one who was calling the broadcast yesterday, and I also did not see your message. No, not that I have anything to hide. Not that I'm involved in any kind of acts of criminality, etc. But I just must apologize to countrymen for that. This is what he said actually on his program, which came out last evening into the wee hours of today.
Today, I was calling you via WhatsApp right after you took the first call, and you didn't answer my call. I even went a step further. Look at this. Now, look at that. I even went further and sent Mr. Poleon a text stating that I am calling your program. I'm Countryman. There was no answer. What is the problem? Are you afraid to take my call?
So the invitation is open to you, so it's being sent out to you. You can call right now. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have a call via WhatsApp. As we say, good afternoon to you. You are on the air.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are you?
Tim, I'm fine.
Right.
Tim,
Mm-hmm.
what's wrong with Ernest Hille? Tell Ernest Hille if it's one thing, don't put my Prime Minister in his Sodom and Gomorrah life, Because my Prime Minister, not in this mid-December, my Prime Minister in love with him. If he's anybody in love with is he that in love with the Prime Minister, the whole set of them in the Labour Party? Because everything is Alan, but invaded tell him that invaded Alan do this, Alan, and you want to say about the Prime Minister in love. Instead of you answering the pertinent questions, the questions that Lisa put into you. You understand? And Lisa should take that further. How he can open his mouth and say that Lisa calling and threatening the people at CIP. You see these people opening their mouth and saying too much stupidness just to gain mileage to make their supporters. Yeah. But you see Lisa needs to get some kind of trophy for what she's doing because all the other reporters are afraid. And she coming at him because we have to. We have to be at them. You understand? To show their dirty ways, because if you didn't have nothing to hide, from the first time you're telling us how many units you sell to Galaxy, you coming out with that. Now you want to talk about the reporter calling and threatening the CIP, and they threatening the woman and all kind of things like that. You understand? But the woman could send in her resignation and she's still working till her time for her to go. Because the kind of he giving haphazard answers. Like you can see that man is hiding something. That man, even the way he talks, you can see he's afraid of something. Why is that man involved in all this kind of... Every time you hear in some allegation, is him, Ernest Hille need to heal now. You need to pray to God for him to come out of all these allegations that thing around him. Every day is the same thing. Every day is the Ernest Hille. And you know, Ernest Hille already need to stop, But you know the longest rope I have. And Tim, I will say it, all politicians, I'm not saying yellow, red, green, every one of them, Tim, I will keep on saying that. And I hope St. Lucians realize we need to tell politicians, do not sell our passports. Leave our passports alone. Because politicians getting rich on our heads, selling our passports. They and all their cohorts, Tim. This nonsense needs to stop. And Ernest Hille need to watch himself, how he opens his mouth and what he says. And if I was in this place, I am not living that day. You cannot say that about the girl calling, and he repeating to her face, calling and threatening CIP staff. Ernest know that's not true. Nobody never tell Ernest that. Ernest just looking for getaways, for him to. And they ask you a question, you can say, oh, the last government. Everything they ask you is the last government. I so fed up of hearing Ernest Hille in particular. Ernest Hille needs to step out of politics. You see all the money he make already, he needs to take it and go and invest in his personal private business. You understand? What about that? He had an offshore banking thing, of course. His name was mentioned a couple of years ago. Remember that?
Some part of some. Huh? No. I have no evidence of that at all.
Yes, man, Tim.
I tell you. No. I told you. I have. No. I have no evidence of what you're saying there.
No, we didn't have evidence, but there was somebody, I don't know how it was leaked, where they showed you he was one of the people involved in it. And he never did. Has he ever denied it?
Yeah, but I
You
don't
know,
think.
all the allegations at him, he's not doing nothing to clear his name, you know. The only one he went forward with all his other cohorts is the Land Rover thing. And that's still hanging in the cloud on his head. Because if it was me that bringing that vehicle team, I would never get away scot-free like that. These guys doing things, and because they feel they have the power, they just getting away with things. St. Lucians, you all need to stand up. Stop being cowards. And a lot of us, you see Lisa, I admire that girl. They try and victimize her, but she good for herself. Thank you, team.
All right, caller, thank you so much. And we have no evidence to prove of the allegation that you made earlier on. We have it on the call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Hello. Okay, we will try again to see if we get this call on the air, which is connecting right now, 452-2979. Once again, your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Okay, let me see if I have any of your messages to go through right now. Please bear with me while we try to get some more of your messages. And somebody says there, Tim, I'm disappointed with this one board member at SLASPA, and who was very involved in wanting the yachting sector to develop and also the ship register. I'm asking a question. We would like you to tell us why you were not able to be open about GPH as a board member. All right, let's see if we can take a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tim. How you doing?
I'm okay. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Long time.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Timothy, that clip with Lisa Joseph. Ernest Hilaire is trying to escape everything that he's supposed to stand up to. Tim, what is the role of a journalist?
Yeah, to be probing, to ask questions.
Okay. I want Ernest Hilaire to know that if he was living in a first world country, he would be getting up, taking his breakfast. He said he does pray. And when you see he opened his door, the first set of people he would be facing are journalists. He doesn't know that, Tim? Ernest Hilaire, you don't know that. But I want to tell Lisa Joseph, keep pressing. Don't give up. There is somebody that has to do the work for us. And if she got choose to do it, they cannot stop her. Ernest Hilaire, you need to answer the questions. How many of our passports did you give to Galaxy? You on Mr. Shasney's head 24/7 trying to divert. Mr. Shasney told the country how many passports he gave, he sold with transparency and accountability, and he didn't give it at a low price, right? He gave it at the standard price. At the standard price. You need to answer the questions, Ernest Hilaire. We need answers to this CIP scandal that you are involved in.
Caller, I don't know. No, hold on. I don't know that Dr. Hilaire is involved in any scandal. I know that there are certain questions that are being asked that we want answers to.
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it, please. He needs to answer the questions when it comes to the RICO lawsuit that he was named in. Okay? Dominica is already trying to take themselves out from it. Why is it Ernest Hilaire keeps on playing games with the people of St. Lucia team? Why is it? Ernest Hilaire, I read an article, Tim. I don't know if you came across that article where they hired some criminal lawyers in England, £3 million. £3 million to help me. I think Pierre Name was involved in it too.
Okay, caller. Again, I have no kind of information to confirm what you're saying. I suspect what you're saying there is probably something you could use on the William Peter Boulevard and not on NewsSpin, caller. Let us be extremely careful. Not everything you read on the internet, caller.
It's the same
Not
thing.
everything that you read on the. I'm just saying to you.
Why are the journalists to do the work for us, team?
Not everything that you read on the internet you should be repeating on NewsSpin.
Want us to speculate. Where are the journalists to help the people like me and those people that cannot understand? Where are they? Because the word is out there. Once the word is out there, that is what we need our journalists to do for us. That is what we need our journalists to help us with. If Ernest Hilaire wants to stop the speculation and then come clear with the people, say the truth. You know why he cannot talk? Because he accustomed of lying. Now he cannot lie. Because if he lie, he know that Americans are watching him. And if he open his mouth and says 20 passports he gave and it's not 20, they will use it where they need to use it, not in the CCJ, in the big courts. And I want to tell him, he thought CCJ would save him. But you see, the God I serve didn't send him CCJ. They sent him to a bigger court of appeal. And I will tell St. Lucians, what that is happening there with our passport, it is not a joke. A RICO lawsuit. Timothy, do you know the meaning of RICO?
I know, Connor, I know.
Do you think that these people that call Hilaire's name in that lawsuit there would just go and do that for kicks?
I'm not in a position to tell you yes or no.
Appeal for corruption and money laundering and these things, you know, Timothy.
But caller, it remains, caller,
in a RICO lawsuit.
It remains an allegation. Okay, until you prove it before the judge, you cannot pass judgment on anybody.
People who called Ernest Hilaire's name, right? These people wouldn't waste their time and put Ernest Hilaire's name on that. Waste their time? Who's Ernest Hilaire? Ernest Hilaire is a sardine in these people's eyes, you know. You think these people will waste their time and go after Ernest Hilaire if the evidence they're talking about is not true? Or they don't have the evidence? And Ernest Hilaire is there beating around the bush with the people of St. Lucia. Our future is at stake. Our reputation is at stake. The country is about to sink. And you have that there. Well, he will talk. He have to talk. He have no choice. This one, he will not escape. Have a good day, team.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. And let me see if I can go through some of your WhatsApp messages. And somebody says there, I tried calling 3 times and realized that even when you were not on a call, you still continued your commentary and not taking my calls. I thought you were not only afraid of countrymen, you're afraid of me too. All right, some more of your WhatsApp messages and, of course, your calls. Another WhatsApp message. Tim, tell the MP from Grosile the sidewalk from Kilago to Volney gas station, please clear the bush, because when taking an early morning jog on mornings, I have to use the road. Not safe at all. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Timothy, a pleasant good afternoon to you and the listeners all over the world. PW on the line, Timothy. Good afternoon to is your co-host there, Timothy?
Kimani's not in the studio today.
Okay, she's not in today. Timothy, every politician in the Labour Party is running the Olympics to see who is the best, at blaming people at lying. This is the line politicians take these days. Who is the best in blaming and lying? If Ernest Hilaire was addressing some 5-year-old children, and he said to them, am I saying the truth to you about CIP? You know what they would tell him, Timothy? They would tell him, no, Mr. Minister, we all believe that you're fabricating evidence. You are fabricating, what telling us things that are not true when it comes to CIP. Even 5-year-old children would tell him that, Timothy. The question remains, Timothy. I want to know whether Mr. Emmanuel was authorized or whether, Timothy, he was permitted by this government to go to Washington to this meeting.
But the Prime Minister said recently that he went there on his own. Okay, he did not.
Do you believe
from the government
that Mr. Emmanuel would leave St. Lucia, a man with a position like this, and do not inform the Prime Minister or the Minister of Tourism, Timothy?
I don't know.
If I am running a business, Timothy, and my manager leaves, Timothy, and doesn't say to me where he's going and do business on behalf of my company, he will be fired immediately. So, if Ernest Miller doesn't know, if the Prime Minister doesn't know, Emmanuel should be fired. And I need to know, Timothy, how many passports were sold. This is the question solutions need to know. We want to know if 180,000 passports were sold, just like 190,000, the amount of people in St. Lucia. We want to know. So when these people start coming down and building, their Hollywood mansions in St. Lucia, we will know that when it comes to St. Lucians being a minority in their own country, we want to know. And you have these politicians talking about God. Ernest Miller wakes up in the morning, he said, he's my God. Sometimes, Timothy, I wonder, which God that these politicians worship? I doubt this is the same God that I worship. You understand? And they just come and they put God in it. I see some of these politicians, they come and they lie blatantly on this program and other programs. And you know what happened, Timothy? They all use the God factor. The God factor. As one American president, and I believe it's a politician that said that, to be working for the Labour Party, meaning that to be a friend of the Labour Party is deadly. But to be an enemy of the Labour Party is dangerous. Working for the Solution Labour Party or holding a position, in authority for the Labour Party is deadly. And people should think about it when they get positions of authority, like permanent secretary, when they get CEOs, when they get managing directors, when they get manager of SLASPA, they have to be careful, because working under the Solution Labour Party is deadly. That can actually end your entire career, or it can take you to a position where people are going to regard you as an individual with no integrity. Timothy, I thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Still to come, and we had to play that clip yesterday, but an official of the United Workers' Party speaks about candidate selection, and we pay tribute to a well-known St. Lucian broadcaster who has passed away. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, NewsSpin.
Understanding the financial impact of job loss, First National Bank offers job loss insurance, specially designed to provide our customers support during such uncertain times. In the event you lose your job, coverage provides a financial cushion, easing your worries while helping you navigate career transitions. This coverage ensures that a job loss doesn't have to mean a financial crisis, providing you with the support that you need when you need it most. We are committed to standing by our customers in all of life's ups and downs. Our job loss insurance is more than just a policy. It's a promise of support, offering peace of mind and financial stability, ensuring that you can face career challenges without the added burden of financial stress. First National Bank, here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for Tunes. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640, or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
When you feel the vibes and the music sweet, KFC on the road giving you the beat. One sandwich, two chicken fries in your hand, a drink to go, best deal in the line. Food for the road.
Enjoy Food for the Road this carnival. For only $30, you get 2 pieces of chicken, 1 sandwich, 1 regular fries, a biscuit, and a 16-ounce soda. But that's not all. There's more. When you purchase this offer, you get a chance to win carnival costumes, event tickets, KFC vouchers, and more. This carnival season, get your KFC Food for the Road.
It's finger licking good. This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with a best that's for ya. Switch it up, this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer, hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Got to bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer, hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Y'all don't hear the hot sale Palace House have going on? From 30 to 50% off on back-to-school items, stationery, furniture, clothing, shoes, and so much more. Clearance sale, I tell you. Everything must go. You can even get items for as low as $1. Palace House. Visit us today at Lakewood Street, Castries, or call us at 452-2250.
Get your accommodation ready for the event season. Jazz, T20 cricket, and of course, St. Lucia Carnival with hot showers powered by a tropical solar water heater. We offer a variety of sizes for any house, apartment, or hotel, and efficient installation within 24 to 48 hours of purchase. Call us today to find out what specials we have in store for you. With 3 convenient locations in Beaufort, 454-6344, Castries, 453-1868, or Grosley, 450-8201. Tropical Solar, good for the environment, good for you.
Discover the future of body imaging innovation at La Clinique du Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, where the gold standard in MRI technology meets unparalleled medical expertise. From the intricate neural pathways of the brain to the delicate structures of the spine, and from the vital functions of the heart to detailed multi-parametric MRI of the prostate, our higher resolution images see the unseen from head to toe. Our radiation-free Signa Prime Tesla 1.5 MRI machine is assisted by artificial intelligence, enhancing its precision in creating quality images for our trained radiologists to give you more accurate readings. Our facility ensures fast access to specialist doctors, including pain management, rheumatology, and family medicine. Proudly serving as a world-class facility in the OECS, we bring international standards of healthcare within your reach. There is no longer a need to travel overseas for superior medical services. Experience the pinnacle of diagnostic precision and patient care right here in St. Lucia. Schedule your MRI with La Clinique de Cour's Diagnostic Center of Excellence located in Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Call 451-6559 for your appointment. For your peace of mind, ask about our flexible financing options, including our co-pay system for clients with healthcare.
I've seen you here before, and I have something special just for you. What have we here? Happy housewarming to me? That's the MNC Home Depot Rewards Card. You'll earn points every time you shop, plus exclusive savings and promotions just for you. Just for me? Yes, just for you. Shop in store or online and enjoy a seamless experience. So I get to treat myself every time I shop? Exactly. It's time to reward yourself.
MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Rewards Card. Sign up and reward yourself today at www.mnchomedepot.com.
At Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastors Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexar, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Now, when you look at candidate selections, we're excited. Never in the history of UWP have I seen a party that had lost 15-2 have so many persons who have applied to become candidates for the United Workers' Party in all 17 constituencies. A lot. There are some constituencies where you have 3, 4, 5 persons vying to become the candidate for the United Workers' Party. Our job is to make sure that at the local level, the branch level, they have a big say in terms of who they think should be that person. But it does not necessarily mean that they will always get it right, but it is a democracy. So they have the first bite at you to see if you're the person that should be representing. Then what do? We have to do all of our background checks on those candidates. We have to, in some instances, carry out our own internal polls to give us an idea how this person is faring in that particular constituency. And all of this takes time. But most of all, you may ask, well, why do you have to do all of that? It's because the United Workers' Party wants to present an honest and responsible team to the people of St. Lucia.
That's the chairman of the opposition, UWP, speaking last Wednesday on the DBS program Newsmaker Live. And yesterday we had as our question of the day, why isn't the UWP announcing candidates for the next general election? Let's continue with your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. And let me see if I could go through some of your WhatsApp messages. Please bear with me while we go through some of them. And somebody says there, Tim, remember when the SLP claimed that the Guy Joseph owned or had shares in the company developing the housing project at Talvin Babino? It's been 3 years since they took power. Has anything changed? It's interesting how the party that criticized Guy Joseph is now working with his company, Fresh Start, to develop the housing project in Talvin. Has Guy Joseph become a friend of the St. Lucia Labour Party? On the line right now is the NewsSpin poet. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Good afternoon to you, caller. You are on the air.
Yesterday I was down by Mega J. I met a Haitian man. He said that he was a voodoo man. He said that he's on retainer waiting for the next election. I forgot to ask him who exactly had him on retainer, but I decided to seize the opportunity to ask him a few questions, since I wanted to get to the bottom of the situation at Shock. It was then that he gave me an explanation. He said, my boy, when the sun hit the horizon, cows does come out by the thousands. Cows. Yes, cows. He said, you see among all them cows, there are a few of them that are not ordinary cows. Oh, yes. Some of them can even talk. Some of them wearing clothes, and some of them have jewelry. Some driving cars, and some even have bank accounts. He said he even know them by breed. He went on to say, you see that one there, the fat one, the one that always sitting on the roundabout? Yes, that one, the heavy one, the one with the blue tattoo? He said that breed, that is the Wycliffe breed. Oh yes, that's what he told me, so I'm telling you. And the other one, the one that just come down from the cricket ground, he said that one is the tight pants breed. He tell me, that one by the bus stand with the khakis round its neck, he said it's a special breed. He said that one have a Range Rover. That one is the CIP breed. Oh yes. These are no ordinary cows. He tell me, the one standing there, don't by the bridge. Yes, the one looking like it's ready to touffe. He said that one, that is the vendor's breed. Oh, yes. But they are not the only cows. Oh, no. He tell me, because you see the one standing by the sidewalk there? Yes, the one by the bus stand. No, not that one, the other one. Yes, that one with the big black wig. Oh, yes. He tell me that is the passport, the briefcase breed. Oh, yes. He tell me, my boy, let us not forget that other one, the one standing by GT Motors, the one that just observing and not saying anything. That is the Grindberg breed. And the one there in the middle of the road. Oh yes, the one drinking the ginger ale. Yes, that one. That is the 5-star general breed. It is the big boss breed. Oh yes, it is the breed in charge. I thought these were only cows, but then he tell me they have a few more. Oh yes, he tell me, you see the one there, the one that's speaking with all the charisma. That is the Republic breed. He tell me that breed always trying to emulate George Odlum. Oh yes. He tell me, before you forget, there's a breed over there. That's breed meeting in action from Down and Slurry. That is the breed that eat all the grass from Freedom Bay. He said that breed is the Freedom breed. Oh yes. He said the cow down by the beach. Yes, the one looking for Civic and Tululu, that one is the St. Jude's breed. Yes, and the one behind the fence, yes, the one that just come from disrupting the church service there, that one is the ecclesiastical breed. And the sneaky one over there, the one with the secret bank account, that is the lottery breed. And the one by Sachiko dressed up like Mary Poppins, that is the granny breed. And the young one over there, the one that just come on the scene, that is the jetty breed. And he say, let us not forget, the one by where they sell the coconut water, yes, that one there, the one if the wind blow too strong, it will throw him down, that is the bazooka breed. Oh yes. But he tell me, wait, my boy, wait, they still have some more. He tell me, you see the one over there by the warehouse, the one by Massey warehouse there, the one with the color wire. He said they discriminating against that breed because they say it is a product of Canada. But he tell me the one with the coolie hair, that is the ponytail breed. And the small feisty one, the one that behaving like a little chihuahua, that is the Coco breed. And let us not forget, the tall one over there, the one that they're drinking the gin and tonic, he tell me that is the Gordon's breed. And the one from down to Fresa, he tell me that is the Piton breed. But I tell him, Mr. Voodoo man, wait. I think they're interviewing one over there under the coconut tree by where they're selling the fruit. He tell me, he thought that one was overseas. He's still trying to understand why that one come back on the scene. He tell me that breed naked pictures end up in the hands of a calf who used to graze on the A-level grounds. From all indication, he tell me that breed is the small cock breed. But that's what he told me. So that's what I'm telling you. These are not ordinary cows. He said that to remove them from Shock, they may have to call a cow election. That's what he told me, so that's what I'm telling you. I don't know if I should believe him because he was just a voodoo man. But as a child, I remember a nursery rhyme where a cow jumped over the moon. Then I guess anything is possible. And let us not forget that this is St. Lucia, where wonders never cease.
Thank you so much, the NewsSpin poet. Some more of your calls. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Good afternoon, TP. How are you doing, sir?
I am okay, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Yes. TP, solutions. Do you know solutions are smart and intelligent people? Are you there, sir?
I'm there. Because when you said I was just thinking of Mr. Bermuda. Because Mr. Bermuda would disagree with you.
He would.
Yeah.
Well, St. Lucians were a nationality. It doesn't matter what part of the world they go to. That whenever you say you're from St. Lucia, you know the privileges you would have. They would respect you. Now, it's time that we stop these politicians from thinking, these new breeds of politicians from thinking that St. Lucians are not smart and intelligent. Okay? To obtain a passport, TP, what would be the required documents to obtain a passport?
Well,
in St. Lucia?
Yeah, you need your birth certificate to prove that you're a St. Lucian. You need your ID card, among others. Yeah. You need
now,
to.
In order to get those things,
you need the documents to prove. Yeah.
In order to get those things, you need a social security number.
Yeah.
You would need an ID card number.
So your ID card, yes.
And for you to get those things, you must present a birth certificate to get those things.
Yeah.
Okay, which would be the normal process. Now, we are all fighting all around, looking to see how many passports that the CIP program has already issued to Galaxy holdings. I think this is a simple thing that we can find. Because in order to get a passport, if you do not have a social security number and an ID card number, there is no way you will be able to obtain a passport from the passport office. It's the same as here in Canada. From the time you land in Canada as a student or a permanent resident, they will give you a social security number. And that social security number would stay with you until you get permanent resident or even become a citizen of the country, and it's the same as the US. So are you saying to me that we St. Lucians cannot go to NIC, to the electoral office, to find out what is the population of St. Lucia now? Are you saying that to me we cannot do that?
Why are you saying that we can't do it? Because we can. You have the Department of Statistics who should be able to provide you with that information as well.
Right. So now we have to find out what is the population of St. Lucia. Because if these things are not registered within those various departments, it means St. Lucia has been issuing fraudulent passports to citizens of various countries. So this is a in-depth, deeper investigation when it comes to honestly not trying to say to St. Lucians how many passports has been issued under the CIP program. So the NIC, which is the NIC and the electoral office, should be able to have that information documented within the system to tell St. Lucians what is the population of St. Lucia today. Because you are carrying a passport of St. Lucia, and to obtain a passport of St. Lucia, you have to be a citizen by neutralization or by birth or by citizenship, by investment, which that is the new program they have. So we St. Lucians really need to go down, and if Ernest Hilaire is not willing to give us that information, then we should then find a way to expose that information to know whether or not St. Lucia has been issuing fraudulent passports to those individuals, like you see what is going on in Dominica right now. Okay, so we are much more smart and intelligent people for us to make Ernest Hilaire think that he can fool us St. Lucians, that we do not have the resources or we cannot go on our own to find out. This is the amount of passports we have got to understood that CIP has been issued based on the statistics of the country. The last population was 180. Now we are 270. Are you saying to me, Mr. Hilaire, that within that past period of time that you have the CIP have issued 120,000 passports?
But you're being hypothetical, eh, Colin, right?
Yes,
yeah.
That's what I am.
All right.
Okay. Now, one more thing I want to say. I heard about this is what? It's called security levy. What is security and what? Health levy?
Health and security levy.
Health and security levy. Okay, which it's stable as law in the country.
Yeah.
Which all St. Lucians have to pay that levy. Now I heard the Minister of Housing stating that this new development in Rodney Bay, where there is a statutory instrument where they exempt them from that 2.5%.
Yeah.
So are you saying to me, these people, this company, which are getting all kind of incentives, okay, because they're an investor, and you're saying to me, because they're investing the money, after we are giving them all kind of incentives, hopefully, I don't know, maybe they may even exempt the 5% customs duty. So I don't know if customs is getting that. I don't know if it's 100% waiver they're getting for it. And you are still exempting the 2.5 health and security levy. So whatever these people do up at Rodney Bay with this building, and it is contaminating the air, getting people within the area sick, you're saying to me they're not responsible for that? So I exempt them from that? So the minister himself, you have to be careful what he say when he's saying that the people are investing their money and, you know, they're bringing in employment. But we are already giving them more than what they are bringing in, because you're exempting so much from them for over maybe 30 years. So when you tell me you employ within this place under the start of the program, the start of development, 300 workers, how long will those 300 workers last when the project is completed? Maybe 2 years. When you tell me you employ people to put in the business place, you're saying to me that the salaries you're going to pay these people, where you are getting incentives for 30, 40 years, that you can also run away with 2.5 health and security levy? So these guys must think again when they come up with their maths and try and think they want to fool solutions. But we should really go and see what is going on with that CIP and the amount of passports that has been issued. And we know how we can get that information, and then we can and hear his response. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you so much. Calling from the diaspora as we are waiting more of your calls. Once again at 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let me see there. Via WhatsApp, somebody says there. Okay, all right. Let's see if we have another call. Somebody says, Tim, the UWP is working behind the scenes. I think that person is making reference to the comment that was made earlier on by the chairman of the UWP regarding the selection of candidates for the upcoming general election. And, of course, our NewsSpin question of the day yesterday, which is what's up with the UWP and its candidate selection process. We have a call. Good afternoon, NewsSpin. You are on the air. Please go ahead with your contribution, caller.
Good afternoon, Tim. How are you?
I'm okay, ma'am. Good afternoon to you. How about you?
I'm good. Tim, can you allow me to ask the government of St. Lucia just two very important questions? That's all I need to do on your program, if you'll allow me.
Yes, go ahead, please.
So, for Mr. Ernest Hille and the Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre and the government of St. Lucia by extension, I'd like to know, is it true? In fact, we St. Lucians would like to know, is it true that the GOSL, the government of St. Lucia, is going to separate the passport office, take it away from immigration department, away from the control of the police commissioner, and place the passport office under prescribed civilian control? That is very important. And if they are doing this, is this being done, I should ask, is this being done to stop the passport office from being subpoenaed for documents on the CIP passports that have been issued so far? And Tim, these are two very important questions, because it is being said that the government, I'm not going to put you in trouble, neither do I want to get in trouble. So it is being said that this is what is going to happen. So I'm asking those questions, please. Thank you so much, Tim. If anybody has the responses, if Mr. Hilaire is listening, if the Prime Minister of St. Lucia or any member of the government or CIP or immigration is listening, can you please call in and respond to these questions? Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you so much for calling, ma'am. I think those are fair questions because I think the allegation was made just a couple of weeks ago by former National Security Minister, Mr. Herman Gilder Francis, his suspicion regarding why the Home Affairs Ministry would have gone to Mr. Jeremiah Norbert, and according to him, his suspicion that the Immigration Department, the Passport Office, would be transferred to Mr. Jeremiah Norbert and remove that responsibility from, therefore, the police, and in particular, the island's Commissioner of Police. So we hope we can get the clarification before the conclusion of our broadcast this afternoon. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It's still to come. We'll be paying tribute to the late Dave Samuels, former St. Lucian broadcaster. At one time, he hosted a very popular program on Radio St. Lucia called Say It Loud. Back in a bit.
When they arrive, our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely. First National Bank acknowledges the significance and accountability associated with vehicle ownership. For this reason, we have partnered with leading insurers to provide our vehicle loan customers with motor vehicle insurance that is not only comprehensive but also affordable. Policies cover a wide range of scenarios, ensuring that whether it's a minor mishap or a major accident, you're protected without the worry of financial strain. This insurance is designed to integrate seamlessly into your lifestyle, safeguarding your journey without adding to your financial burdens. Our preferential rates are part of our commitment to ensuring that every customer can drive with peace of mind. We believe that safety on the road is a necessity, not a luxury. With First National Bank, you're not just a customer, you're part of a community that values your safety and financial well-being. First National Bank, here for you.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with a best that's for ya. Switch it up, this is we summer. Flow says this is we summer. We summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Go to billing half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer. Flow says this is we summer. We summer. Hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
When you feel the vibes and the music sweet, KFC on the road giving you the beat. One sandwich, so chicken fries in your hand. A drink to go, best deal in the land. Food for the road.
Enjoy Food for the Road this carnival. For only $30, you get 2 pieces of chicken, 1 sandwich, 1 regular fries, a biscuit, and a 16-ounce soda. But that's not all. There's more. When you purchase this offer, you get a chance to win carnival costumes, event tickets, KFC vouchers, and more. This carnival season, get your KFC Food for the Road. It's finger licking good.
Discover the future of body imaging innovation at La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, where the gold standard in MRI technology meets unparalleled medical expertise. from the intricate neural pathways of the brain to the delicate structures of the spine, and from the vital functions of the heart to detailed multi-parametric MRI of the prostate, our higher resolution images see the unseen from head to toe. Our radiation-free Signa Prime Tesla 1.5 MRI machine is assisted by artificial intelligence, enhancing its precision in creating quality images for our trained radiologists to give you more accurate readings. Our facility ensures fast access to specialist doctors, including pain management, rheumatology, and family medicine. Proudly serving as a world-class facility in the OECS, we bring international standards of healthcare within your reach. There is no longer a need to travel overseas for superior medical services. Experience the pinnacle of diagnostic precision and patient care right here in St. Lucia. Schedule your MRI with La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence located in Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Call 451-6559 for your appointment. For your peace of mind, ask about our flexible financing options, including our copay system for clients with health care.
Get your accommodation ready for the event season. Jazz, T20 cricket, and of course, St. Lucia Carnival with hot showers powered by a tropical solar water heater. We offer a variety of sizes for any house, apartment, or hotel, and efficient installation within 24 to 48 hours of purchase. Call us today to find out what specials we have in store for you. With 3 convenient locations in Beaufort, 454-6344, Castries, 453-1868, or Grosley, 450-8201. Tropical Solar, good for the environment, good for you.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, casting sand and plastering sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Ouais, messieurs, pas jodi moi la ka espérer plein bon glow. Si t'en la pani pressure. Moi ni tongue, moi ni glow, me money pressure. Ou savez ça moi besoin? A pomme. Ça c'est bêtise. Moi ka aller ko Europa. Yo ni toute pomme pour toute condition. Qui pour kay, qui pour business. Yo ni pli mer pour pomme cette ici. Yo ka ranger pomme aussi qui besoin service. Prendre pomme yo c'est Léo. Pomme ça c'est major. I bon tout bonnement. Tant si ten moi actuellement. Glo ka fante. Europa ni pomme glo Léo en de couleur neuf, orange et gris. Visitez Europa ambassade Gozile. Les mots au téléphone 452-0763.
Magistrates will not grant bail for firearms-related offensive as of the 1st of August. And that is news coming out of Grenada. Magistrates will not grant bail for firearms-related offenses as of August the 1st, 2024. And that is on Thursday of this week. Should we do the same in St. Lucia? Because just recently, a guy was reportedly killed by the police. He was granted bail on firearms-related charges or offenses, firearms-related offenses. Now, we have a serious crime problem in St. Lucia, particularly involving the use of illegal firearms and ammunition, and therefore, should we emulate what Grenada is about to do? The latest double homicide, we occurred the 2 homicides occurring on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. A 22-year-old Ernest William and a 39-year-old Angus Jeffrey, both individuals from Bellevue in Vieux. And yesterday, we reported on this and we had some comments and I think some reaction from members of the public, not realizing that one of the individuals was an uncle. He was the uncle of the deceased. Basically, uncle and nephew gunned down in their vehicles. And one individual perished on the scene on a Saturday, and the individual succumbed to his injuries on Sunday at the OKE hospital. We have the photograph of the two gentlemen there, uncle and nephew. Now, this is what the grandmother and mother of the two men respectively said. And it's heart-wrenching when you hear a grandmother speak in such terms. You know, the pain, the grief that they are going through amidst what has just transpired. Imagine as a grandmother, a woman, your son has been gunned down, and also your son and your grandson gunned down during that same incident, which occurred once again over at Larry Seuss in Dennery.
I do Sunday, my legs broke. I do have arm and my belly. That's hurting me more. I don't know. I do Sunday, my legs broke. I do have arm and my belly. That's hurting me more. I don't know.
Very sad. 48 homicides recorded so far for this year in St. Lucia. We have our work cut out for us as a people. The government has its work cut out for itself. Likewise, the police, law enforcement. There is need for somebody to lead the charge as far as crime is concerned in St. Lucia. We have a national... I know those guys in government, in the cabinet, they don't want to hear that because, you know why? They're in government right now. If they were in opposition, a lot of them would be calling NewsSpin. Hi, Tim, this is so-and-so politician from the Labour Party. If they were an opposition MP, this is the MP for Labrie. This is the MP for VA4 North. We don't just call, not that we're politicizing crime, but complain about the crime situation. It is out of control and we need to do something about it. The government needs to do something about it. So now that you guys are in office, I'm saying directly to you that you are a failure as far as how you have handled the crime problem in this country. You want to claim success as far as the outcome of the carnival, just included the carnival. You want to claim success as far as the jazz festival is concerned. You want to claim success because come August 1st, you'll be announcing the minimum wage. You'll be announcing that. And you want to claim success for all those things. Well, I'm saying to you, as far as crime is concerned, you have failed. Particularly, you have failed the people of various constituencies in St. Lucia. VA4 South in particular, and a number of other communities. But the stats would indicate that you have failed. You have disappointed so many families in our country. 48 homicides so far for this year. Let's listen to the Prime Minister because he's claiming that many people have not come to terms with the fact that he is the Prime Minister of St. Lucia 3 years after his SLP won the general election.
I want to thank you for believing in the Labour Party. You are the ones who made me Prime Minister. You. When everybody said that couldn't happen, you know, up to now, they said it happened. Who said Stephen Boa? Up to this morning, they think I'm Prime Minister. They still, they are baffled. I want to thank you for believing in the Labour Party. You are the ones who made me Prime Minister. You. When everybody said that couldn't happen, you know, up to now, they said it happened. Who said Stephen Boa? Up to this morning, they think I'm Prime Minister. They still, they are baffled.
Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Mr. Philip J. Pierre, speaking at his Castries East Constituency Group Conference. And I get the impression sometimes even the Prime Minister does not believe that he is Prime Minister. And the SLP does not believe that it is holding the reins of power in this country. And therefore its need to take responsibility when things go wrong, such as our serious crime problem. Let's focus now on a well-known broadcaster who passed away. I think sometime either last evening or into the wee hours of today. Wasn't aware that he was ill for some time, and he is, of course, Dave Samuels. I think he worked with WIBS, Windward Islands Broadcasting Service. He also worked with Radio St. Lucia as well as Radio Caribbean International. This guy has mellifluous voice, unique voice. And he was well known for voicing some outstanding commercials. I remember a particular commercial promoting Green Sands. That's a particular drink, a beverage. And you heard this advertisement not only in St. Lucia, it was played on many radio stations in the Caribbean, including those media outlets in Antigua as well as in Barbados. After a while in broadcasting, he branched off and he did set up his own production company, DSP. And he also produced some albums, some music albums, such as The Dread, The Ballhead, and The Buffalo. He was the one who produced that album. And he also brought many regional, international artists to St. Lucia. That would include Kassav, I think, also Jimmy Cliff. He worked in the entertainment industry. He was a singer. He also worked at a number of the island's hotels. So it come as a great surprise today when I heard that Dave Samuels, former host of Radio St. Lucia's program Say It Loud, of late he also hosted a program both on radio and television called Mr. Chairman. So I'd like to pay tribute to him. Stumble upon a set of features, including one, a legacy feature, paying tribute to this well-known St. Lucian broadcaster, Dave Samuels.
Where are they now? Sing the thing, man. Where are they now? Where are those people who used to be so popular in my country? Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Boy, I'm singing calypso.
Young people, young entrepreneurs like Dave Samuels, who have seen the opportunity and are prepared to grasp it and take the risk and move with this country and move this country forward.
And 10 years ago, if Dave Samuels had said to his colleagues, to his peers at the time, you know, I will be setting up my own St. Lucian Dave Samuels Promotion Limited. 10 years ago, if he had said this, they would have laughed at him. Why? Because they didn't think he could make it. And Dave, don't be worried about this.
But for myself, I would briefly like to observe that the initiative that has been undertaken by Mr. Samuels signifies a unique effort to, first of all, promote this country, and secondly, secure the aspects of our culture.
Nearly 3 years ago, on March 14th, 1986 to be precise, Mrs. Janice Compton, the charming wife of our Prime Minister, graciously agreed to unveil our production of the first St. Lucian Skyview map.
One of the things I've often found about St. Lucia, anything that I have tried, even some of my closest friends said to me that it was not going to work.
I noted in Sir Arthur Lewis's autobiography that your father, who was Antiguan, and his parents, both Antiguan, had known each other all their lives.
That's right.
It says here, which must have been, and I'm speculating here, somewhat responsible for the eventual Gladys Arthur union, shall we say?
Well, the point was, we were in London, and Arthur Lewis was coming to talk to Caribbean people about independence and all that.
I'll give you an example of what I mean. When speaking with Dr. Lewis, for example, he was saying that he was being bombarded by his constituents. They were just milling around and coming to his office with some regularity. And he got really somewhat, well, he needs to do something, because if he doesn't do anything, those very, very people are going to be the very first to call the talk shows, and So he was sort of forced to come to Nemo, and he was told, words to the effect, well, we have not yet heard from the leader, the person responsible, the head of your disaster committee in that area. In a situation like that, wouldn't it have been useful to engage him as the leader of the people?
I would like to think that I attempted to bring flambeaux and étoiles together, and I don't think there are very many people who can boast about that, and I did so quite successfully.
In our commitment to this land that gave us birth, we are determined that St. Lucia should not waste its sweetness on the desert air. We will describe it. We will portray it. We will preserve its rhythms. We will extol its beauty. We will depict its history. We will expose its charms, and we will elevate its people. In pursuing this objective, we opened up new offices at Montfortuné in August of last year to give St. Lucia its first fully fledged advertising agency.
Sing the thing, man! Where are they now? Where are those people who used to be so popular in my country? Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Boy, I'm singing calypso. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, boodoo, 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 boodoo. All right, all right.
Tribute to the late Dave Samuels, who has left us. He has passed away. He wrote a book in 2018 called My Story, Your Voice, and the foreword is by another broadcaster, Jerry E.M. George. I thought I'd read a relevant part of it. It reads, from the young boy who felt abandoned to rising to one of our nation's respected broadcasters and entrepreneurs, his parents had moved in search of a better life, and he was left in the care of his grandmother. This still happens. His late mother may not have agreed on abandonment, perhaps, and would say this was a tough choice that had to be made. The sacrifice was made in the hope that the search for greener pastures overseas would have redounded to a happier life for all. For many, this wasn't the case. In fact, Dave didn't see his mother for many years, and his father left when he was still a tot. And so, Dave had to rise above this with the guidance of his grandmother, whom he speaks of with tenderness and sentimentality, and at the same time as if she was the hero in his life. It is because of her positive outlook on life and for him that Dave seems to have overcome obstacles where the results could have been different. Don't worry, she would tell him in facing any of life's obstacles. They are not God. Let God deal with them. Part of the foreword by Jerry M. George in the book, My Story, Your Voice, by David Samuels, who has passed away. We conclude with our NewsSpin news of the day, the NewsSpin news of the day. Turkey's president slaps child for not kissing his hand during a ceremony. And in Turkey, it is customary to kiss the hands of elders as a sign of respect. Once again, our NewsSpin news of the day. Turkey's president slaps child for not kissing his hand during a ceremony. In Turkey, it is customary to kiss the hands of elders as a sign of respect. Try that on one of our kids. That's the broadcast. This has been another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin. My name is Timothy Poleon saying goodbye. We'll be back, God willing, same time tomorrow afternoon, 12:30.